Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of my experiment and my education, I guess. So today we're actually going to try to make let me get in front of camera here, sorry, a handle for, I guess, an axe or a hatchet. I'm kind of falling in love with old hatchets. I guess I don't know if this is what this is, but this is something I got off of eBay. It's actually a Griffith Toolworks, or sometimes called GTW or Germantown Toolworks. I don't know, again, hatchet or axe, forgive me. It's not sharpened. So we're going to try to make a handle for this today. And I like the way this blade is shaped, and I want to, maybe try to use this as a new carving axe for my spoon carving and bowl carving. So what I have here on my chopping block is a big piece of sycamore that I found some time ago. And I'm going to lop off a piece of this, and we're going to use, hopefully this will work, who knows, but we're going to try to use this piece here. If I can find a different piece, I do have some maple. Let me look here and see. You know what? Let me just see something here real quick, guys. Now that I'm thinking, let's see here. I have this piece of, I got this piece of maple, which is a little bit more straight here. And I think that's probably more along the lines of, there's no knots in it. This, oh man, I feel like this piece, although it's pretty straight, they have a knot here. I don't know if you can see it. There's a knot here that I don't know if I like. There's a couple little knots in here that I'm not really too sure about. So, I just want to make sure. Yeah, so I think we'll probably wind up using, oh man, maybe I'll use that for a different project, but maybe we'll probably wind up using, I believe this is maple. This was donated to me. Very, very beautiful. So, yeah, we'll try to use this piece here. So let's get started. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to, make sure this is the right size and everything, and then be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Man, whew, that was tough trying to split this thing. I don't know. I thought this is maple, but the gentleman that, it might be, the gentleman that donated a bunch of wood to me because he wasn't going to really be able to use it in enough time, did give me some pear wood, and this was kind of like a piece that had like a crotch in it, and I decided to use this piece because it was straight, and now I'm looking at the grain in there. Maybe it's hard to pick up, but it looks pretty straight there. Perfect for a handle. And right now, I'm just going kind of getting this fairly flat, and I'll take it over to the shave horse and get it even more flat so I can, I'm going to trace this handle here on this hatchet. So, kind of I guess the point of showing this video is, number one, I'm doing a project, so I might as well film it. And if people get something from it, again, great. But is that if you're making, in my case, spoons by hand carved and hand tools only, you can kind of see how a handle for, like, say, an axe or hatchet it's very similar in the process of making a spoon or a bowl or anything else, in my opinion. So I do the same thing with big pieces of wood here for cooking spoons. Just kind of flat. Try to get this as flat as possible. Stuff's a little stringy, it seems. I don't know. And then we'll take it over to the shave horse. can. Man, this is going to be tough to work, but I think it'll make a great, great, great axe handle. So I'm going to kind of hew that down. So I just wanted to show you that part of what I'm doing right now. Whoops, I'm going to continue messing around with that, and I'll come right back when there's more done. And I'll try to draw out the handle and everything, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Whew. A lot of work with this thing, man. Alright, so I had this big hunk of wood here, probably way too big for what we're doing here, but I traced as best as I could the hatchet handle that I use when I'm carving. It's a simple style. I just want something a little bit fatter in my hand and not so flat. So I'm gonna, figure it out as I go along here. So right now I made some stop cuts off camera, and I'm just gonna start chopping away to just do a lot of stock removal. And when I get it thin enough and to where I feel comfortable, then we'll move over to the shave horse, and we'll try to shape a lot of it with the shave horse. That'll make things a lot easier. Shave horse and a draw knife, I guess. So I'm going to start chopping away here. And as I was saying earlier, that this is to me anyway, a similar process to making any of the spoons. My chopping block is going to be a little wobbly here. Jesus, look at this thing. Oh man. I'm gonna make another one of these. Do it right the next time. Man. This wood is pretty dry. That's okay. I always like a challenge. Okay. I think actually this is maple. Very beautiful, that's for sure. Flip that over. Okay. Whew, man. Let's see what we got. Okay, got a lot to remove here, but we'll use that for shave horse. Give it something to clamp onto. Alright guys, so I'm going to stop here. I'm going to come back when there's more done. That's the progress so far. And we're just going to kind of get this down a little bit, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. And what we have now is the shave horse. And this is probably going to take a while, but I'm just kind of, you know, getting it down to a point that I like. And trial and error here. Just kind of see how it goes. I don't know exactly what I'm doing all the way, as you can see, but let's see, is that going to clamp in there properly? Let's see. Not perfect, but just kind of playing around here. Let's see if it's going to fit. I think this is the ambrosia maple that, or some of it anyway, that I guess my neighbor, he lives in my neighborhood, gave me. And this will definitely turn out to be a nice handle, that's for sure. So, just going to continue to shape this down. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. A lot of force on this. I don't know why I'm getting down here, and that's not even going to be part of it. Let's see here. I want to say I was so inspired today. I've been meaning to make a couple of handles. I have a couple axe heads. That is a guy that I follow on Instagram and on YouTube. His name is Woodsman Finest, and you know, he makes spoons and he's a craftsman. He does all kinds of stuff. He's up in Canada. Anyway, I saw his video of how to make an axe handle, and I've seen a bunch of these videos before, but I've been meaning to do this, and I saw this today, and I said, you know what, I need to do this, because that's what I need to do. So, he kind of, without knowing it, he kind of pushed me along here to get started on a nice project, and I think that this is an important skill to have to be able to make your own handles for things, because you're not always going to, you know, be able to go out and buy one, and it's good to learn, have a skill to be able to do it. So this is not going to work this way. And again, you don't need a shave horse to do this. You know, you can easily, not easily, but I guess you can do it just with axe work. Just maybe not do it as quick. Alright, so I'm going to stop here. I'm going to come back. I'll kind of shape this a little bit, and we'll come right back, alright? Be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. So I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm shaping the I don't know if it's for the eye of the axe, I guess. So did a lot of work. I still have a lot more to go. I'm just kind of, I'm sure I'm doing this like totally ass backwards, but just trying to, hopefully you guys can see this. You know, I kind of traced a little bit of this thing. You know, I'm just trying to get some little refinements here, you know, to see exactly how to do this. I'm not really sure. We'll see. I kind of want to dry fit the head a little bit, and then I can worry about the rest of the handle. Very carefully, just kind of seeing what we can do here. Just, oh man. Guess we're kind of getting there, I suppose. So hard. Getting there, I think. Let's see here. I gotta get that corner off there. Alright, so let's do that. We're just still shaping the eye here. That's all we're doing. Hopefully I don't take too much off. Just need a mess. But the end result should be good. Oop. Still need to do some hand carving actually, believe it or not, with a knife. Probably gonna have to do that. I think that's kind of getting there. What do I have to do? Got to taper all that down. Phew, man. Still a lot to do. Kind of have a shoulder there a little bit, so. Alright, well let me keep playing with this. I just wanted to show some of the progress here. And be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. So I pretty much have the handle where I want it. Cut the inside there for the wedge. Hopefully it'll work. I hope. Doesn't look too good, but so that's kind of what we have. Kind of have a little hump here up front, so when I'm up top I can do that. It's pretty fat down below, so when I'm whacking pretty hard I can get some good leverage. So now we're going to try, I don't know if I'm going to do this on camera, but I'm going to try to jam this thing in there and we shall see. So I'm actually going to do that off camera because it's just going to be a lot of weird positions and probably not going to be able to see, probably not going to be able to see too much on the camera. So I'm going to come right back and start the uh, uh, next part of the process. There we go. I'm getting a little tired. Okay, be right back.